in high definition. 19 Action News starts now.
A car crashes into a home inside a family with 2 young kids. Next at 6:30, we are live at the scene of the accident. Women gathering today to empower others to stand up against domestic violence. I'm Joy Benedict. I'll have that story coming up. But first, a big win for the Brownies this afternoon. It's the first of the season, and we did it against Ocho Cinco and the Bengals. Mark Schwab as the game wrap-up. So what do you think of the game, and how do you feel about the coach now? Well, you can read more about the game and be a part of our web poll with our 19 to go app for iPhone, Android. In other news, a fiery fatal crash in Sheffield Lake after a man slams his car into a home. Inside that home, a family with 2 young kids. 19 Action News reporter Jen Pachano is live at 6:30 with the exclusive new details. Jen. Canton police investigating a deadly overnight crash. A driver lost control of his car near 6th Street and Roland and rolled it through 3 front yards. Now, the driver was killed and no one else was hurt, and police are not releasing an ID until his family can be notified. In Lorain County, police have identified the driver who crashed his car into a house on Eastern Heights Boulevard. Cops believe that 49-year-old Robert Kendra suffered a heart attack or a stroke just before that crash. The homeowner just bought the home 8 months ago, and they tell us it's the second serious crash that they've had in their front yard. Well, it's not road rage, but parking lot rage, and Cleveland cops need your help. Just before 3 this morning, a man was backing out of a parking spot on Carnegie downtown when he bumped another guy's pickup truck. That's when the drivers got out of their cars and started arguing. The pickup truck driver punched the other driver, causing him to fall and hit the pavement. That victim was hospitalized at Metro. No condition is being released tonight. The suspect is still out there. And a man accused of murdering a mail carrier goes to trial on Monday. 20-year-old Randy Winston is accused of shooting 53-year-old Daniel Condis as he did his rounds in Maple Heights. Now, police believe robbery was the motive. If he's convicted, Winston could get the death penalty.
It's a wheel of justice. Now, let's go catch some bad guys.
And here's the bad guy. This is Tyrone Jackson, still on the streets, accused of drug possession and possession of criminal tools. Now, where's Jackson hiding? It could mean cash in your pocket if you know. So call Crime Stoppers. The number's right there, 216-25-CRIME. Tips are anonymous, and if your information helps cops nab him, you can get a reward. Well, more trouble for a minority-owned trucking company. We told you last month how employees of Pretty Girl Trucking were getting shot at on the job. Well, it's happened once again. Owner Julie Cunningham says someone was shooting up their trucks, this time at night. Now, that adds up to at least 7 instances of target practice, and the repairs are certainly getting expensive. So far, there have been no arrests. If you know who's been shooting at these trucks, give Columbia Station Police a call. Well, domestic violence is a growing epidemic, especially among teens. And today an event was held to spread the message there is no excuse for abuse. The story tonight at 6:30. They are faces you see on TV and in the paper. Women murdered at the hands of a loved one.
You gotta remember that
But when the story ends, do you forget Tanya, Shauna, Gina? Was the lesson lost as quickly as you changed the channel?
We're here empowering women, giving them tools and knowledge.
Dolores Presley is one of many speakers today at the Soul of a Woman Expo, where in between the tables of candles and purses, those in attendance took home a powerful message to stand up to domestic violence.
Maybe just this event will help bring awareness to it, and maybe people be more, vocal about it.
And that's the point, to be vocal.
Admit that you have a problem, get help, and get away.
But Dolores says you need to have a plan, or you'll likely end up in an abusive relationship once again.
Ask questions, why am I here? Why am I being abused?
And those being victimized aren't the only ones who need to ask questions.
It's going on too often. There's too many mothers, sisters, friends of friends, that it's behind the doors. It needs to be brought out to the forefront to help people.
Because speaking up and speaking out is the only way to end the cycle of violence that has already claimed too many. And we have more information about stopping domestic violence on our website at 19actionnews.com. Planning a trip to Europe or know someone heading there? We have an alert from the government about your safety overseas.
Has a serial rapist been walking your streets? I'm Ed Gallick. What's coming out now about a man who attacked a woman at a stoplight?
You're watching 19 Action News. Honest, fair, everywhere.
Well, we've learned of yet another case against a man already accused of attacking a woman at a red light and then raping her. Ed Gallick shows us in a story you will see only here on 19 Action News.
Now you gotta wonder, serial rapist Otilio Allen just charged with an old attack already.
And we have an important travel alert to tell you about this evening from the U.S. State Department. A terror alert is in effect for any American living or traveling to Europe. The U.S. State Department wants Americans to pay close attention to their personal safety. Officials say right now there is a potential for a terrorist attack in Europe.
We have to be vigilant everywhere, and we've been here for 3 weeks now and really haven't seen any problems. Haven't felt unsafe in any way.
Now, this alert being issued is just one step below a formal travel warning, which advises Americans not to visit Europe at all. Well, next on 19 Action News, a couple of bad guys up to no good break into a video store, and it is all caught on tape.